To Be Hero X is one of the best superhero animes of all time and maybe one of the best superhero shows of all time. I'll even put it up there with Young Justice and Invincible. With a great show comes great characters, and it's not just the heroes. Certain normies are pretty cool, I ain't gonna lie. So today I will give you the correct top 10 characters in To Be Hero X. Let's get cooking. The red suit guy is the dude that owns Nice, Moon, and Ling Ling. The reason I put him here is because he treats superheroes like little boys. He was slapping around Nice like he couldn't bench press buildings, which is something I always found interesting because even if bro helps you stay famous and signs your check, you can't let him call you a pathetic little piss boy. It's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, there should be a level of respect there, you feel me? He kind of reminds me of the black guy from The Boys that Homelander lets call him a stupid little attention whore with mommy issues. The red suit guy is also a get back demon. After his son got assassinated by a person I assume was hired by the brown suit guy, from that day on, and red suit guy had been on bad timing, BT. Those two have been going kill for a couple years, but red suit guy is down about 3, I think, from what I remember. So we'll see what happens next. Moving on. I like the brown suit guy because he knows how to play the game. He's a multi-millionaire that pretended to be an owner of a Starbucks just in the hopes that some sad kid walks in, works for him, has a sad backstory, and somehow becomes an ESOL clone. Which, looking back at it, was a terrible plan, because what if he didn't do that and he decided to stop you? Then what? You just look dumb, right? Then he's just a genuinely interesting character. He's trying to revive Zero. Not sure how that's going to happen, but it's going to be interesting, so he gets my number 9 spot. Moving on. Big Johnny has to be on this list because of the fact that the pet was able to outshine the person. Because I really hate Little Johnny because he was annoying. Bro, I don't care if your dad died, do something useful, please. But Little Johnny might have the method because he gets to keep all the money while Big Johnny is used as a tool to fight bad guys like a Pokemon. Also, Big Johnny was powerful enough to defeat an X with a minimum effort. He was putting BTA on Vortex and it was over a misunderstanding. You know what I'm saying? Typical anime stuff. He kind of looks like a Shadow Clan member from Slugterra. And if you get that reference, I swear, we are getting old. I ain't gonna lie. Then I'm pretty sure he was about to wax ESOL, who was one of the strongest in the verse at that time in the mine, which is crazy. Moving on. He might have been broke, scared of the huzz, and a loser, but he was able to turn 2 out of 3 of those around, which is pretty cool, and I'm pretty sure he's probably still scared of girls. But at least now he's a big shot hero that was able to beat up Ghostblade, Little Johnny, and Big Johnny pretty easily. Then before that, he has so much motion that he was able to take the first ESOL spot, which is insane because all he had to do was show his face and talk to kids. I don't know, wild stuff. Then when he fought the original ESOL, he was low-key putting in work, and at the same time he was getting worked to. Pause. He was running around trying to make OG ESOL use his ult, and at the same time stealing some of OG ESOL's motion. Then when OG ESOL used his special move, the new one dove straight in and won the battle, which was pretty cool in my opinion. Moving on. I personally like the OG ESOL more than the new, mainly because that dude has so much aura. This man was just him. He was the hero who saved the world from Zero, make him just a level lower than God, quote unquote. After that, he was just chilling, trying to help people, and didn't really care about the fame. He just wanted to save people. But for some reason, the people were hating on him when a new person who stole his whole flow came in and took his powers. Normally, anybody would be mad, but the OG kept it P and didn't say anything even when they tried to rage bait him. But you can push a man so far until he needs to respond. So when he got challenged to a fight to see who would be the new true Isol, even still, he didn't lose his composure. While the noob was running around trying to find an opening, the OG was standing there just blocking the shots and just standing in the same spot, never moved at all, like a G. As the battle continued, however, he realized he's gonna have to smoke this kid and used his ult. The noob was waiting for that, and that opening is what ended his life. RIP to bro. When it comes to stealing flows, Nice 2 did it the best. While the OG Nice was a bad person, a lame, and a corporate puppet, Nice 2 was out here actually being a hero. He saved the whole studio from a bad boss and depression, I think. Then he saved the guy from not being able to sit down to take a poop. He also bagged and saved his celebrity crush in a matter of days just by being nice to her and helping her fake her death. So if you're struggling with a woman in your life or getting girls, just help them disappear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, don't do that. Anyway, furthermore, he also became his own hero and even did what the OG Nice couldn't and made it to the top 10, automatically making him better. Moving on. Queen is definitely one of the best female characters in anime I can think of. Not only did she have one of the best fights in the series against BOA, just because Queen had more emotion than her and was actually a successful entry plant, I'm pretty sure this is the only girl on girl fight I'll consider a top 10, because if you've seen it, they were actually boxing. Then her powers match her name perfectly because she can put up a field and make people who's ever inside it do whatever she says. She can tell you to put your foot in your mouth or something like that. But personally, I would hate it if she would tell me to pull down my pants and bust in her mouth. That's just something I would just hate so badly. Oh my god. Anyway, also, she did have a lot of aura when she pulled up to the mine and stopped all the chaos just by walking through. Moving on. The dog deserves this third spot for simply playing the game. First, he started out as a circus animal doing tricks and stuff. Then he got sent to the pound for biting a kid, which I completely understand because kids play too much, so one of them had to catch some fangs. Then after he got saved from the pound by a girl, he didn't want to be there, especially when she tried to make him a superhero. But after X helped him fight off some bad guys, he took the credit and got some powers. I ain't gonna lie, I would do the same thing. Then Ahu was even able to fight off 4 grown men by himself, which is nasty work. Because me as one person, I'm not losing to a dog in a fight, not in this life or the next. Then he was able to become a top 10 hero as a dog, which is embarrassing because 99% of humans can't beat this dog in a fight, and there's no way in life I am letting a dog be stronger than me. Moving on. I mess with Ghostblade heavy. First of all, he has the simple drip I like in characters. The gold mask with the raggedy cape is one of the coldest outfits in this anime. Then he's a cold-blooded killer. All he needs is a target and he's on go. He really walked down Lil Johnny's dad like he wasn't a previous ex. He also cooked the hip-hop guy by cutting his limbs off bit by bit. Then he was flash stabbing him to death, and he did it all with a butter knife. He is also the definition of unspoken Riz because he pulled a wife just by texting her. Bro, you have to wonder, what was he saying in those texts? Like, you trying to suck on my ghost blade? Are you trying to take these phantom strokes? Then he was a good dad in his own way. He was keeping track of his daughter and making sure she was safe. He also kept his own against Isol in the mines, which was pretty cool. Moving on. This will be the coolest anime character for the next 2 months after these last couple episodes dropped. This man just does whatever he wants. Just with the snap of his fingers, he can change the animation style of the universe and walk in and out of different dimensions. This man is also too chill. He works a regular job, so that means he has a boss, and he probably has co-workers that he hates. If I were him, I'd quit. After my manager tells me I have to work unpaid overtime, I'm turning him into a wallpaper screen. You feel what I'm saying? Also, the time when he crumbled Dragon Boy into a ball and Kobe'd him into a lake in front of a crowd was insane. If I were Dragon Boy, I would eviscerate myself. Then during the last episode, he was straight up overperforming. He was so calmly dodging every single hero that was sent after him like they were peons, which is one of the coolest things I've ever seen in anime. That's it. Well, that's all I got. Let me know your list in the comments, and bye-bye.